Hi, I'm Mike Richardson. I'm president and publisher and founder of Dark Horse Comics and Dark Horse Entertainment, and I'm here to talk about the Pander brothers. I was aware of the Pander brothers early on in their career because they used to post their work up at a store called Future Dreams. And I'd go in and they'd have these drawings around of these brothers, the Pander brothers, right? So I'd see it, so I was aware of it, and they seemed talented. And years later, when I started the company, they were in town, and we were looking for people to work. And so it was inevitable that at conventions or wherever, I don't remember the first time we met, but I put the idea to them that they should do a comic and bring it to Dark Horse. They could own it and, control it, and we would sit down and make a deal. The Pander brothers are sort of, in the Portland scene, they're sort of in the underground art scene. I know people say they're Portland genuine original hipsters type thing, and it probably fits them if you're trying to put labels on them, but they're also good artists. They always seemed to me like they had their own vision for the style of art. I always looked for sort of unique styles. I didn't look for the copycats, and I was intrigued by what they did. If you pick up the book now, it sort of holds up very well. In fact, it sort of reflects a movement that's going on now in American culture. I think that they were on to something that was coming up, making, even though it took place in Amsterdam, I think it's applicable to what's going on here, not just in America, but in the world, but about government, about big corporations, about media, and about the growing dissatisfaction with the way things are for a good portion of the population. So one interesting little fact was that when we were concluding the book, as it was drawing to an end, the book there's the image of riots in the book. It's part of the story as it's coming to an end. And meanwhile, in places like Los Angeles, we were seeing riots happen in real life. So when you talk about Triple X, it was timely at the time it was published, and continues to be timely, because if you pick it up, it's forecasting a lot of things, as I said earlier, are happening in our culture and around the world now. So over the last 25 years or more since I've worked with the Pander brothers, we've seen the industry change. The world has changed. Technology keeps changing. We'll see it keep changing. It'll change faster and faster. Marshall McLuhan said years ago that our culture, we drive a car down the road at 60 miles an hour, but we're always looking in the rearview mirror. We're never seeing where we're at or where we're going. And that, I think that always struck me. That's very accurate. I think where this comes into play with the Panders is they're always looking ahead. They're trying to look out the windshield. And that's always impressed me with their work. They've never been someone to settle, creators that would settle. They want to push the boundaries, and I think that's part of their reputation too, is that they're out looking and trying to push the boundaries and look out that front window.